Gorilla Grodd. Let's talk. First off, can we just appreciate that name? Gorilla Grodd. It sounds exactly like what he is. Heavy, primal, total trouble. So, Grodd is this hyper-intelligent, telepathic gorilla. He's the Flash's biggest headache, but honestly, he's outgrown the speedster at this point. This guy should be running the planet, not just getting tripped up by a guy in red pajamas every Tuesday. He first popped up in 1959, Flash number 106. He's been around longer than most of our parents. Back then, no telepathy, just a smart ape with a hypnosis helmet. A helmet? Can you imagine? Like a guy that big needs help getting into your head. The real origin story is basically a radioactive meteor hitting a hidden city in Africa. Boom! Gorilla City. Suddenly, all these apes are talking, building tech, and hiding from humans. Grodd was born there, but he wasn't like the others. He was smarter, meaner, and could literally feel your thoughts. The good leader, Salivar, tried to teach him to chill out. It didn't work. Grodd wanted to prove gorillas are superior. He tried to take over, failed, got kicked out, and ended up causing chaos in the human world. But here is my what-if scenario. What if the meteor wasn't radiation? What if it was a prison, and whatever was inside escaped into the gorillas? That changes everything. Grodd isn't evil because he wants to be. He's infected. He thinks the voice in his head is his own ambition, but it's actually something old and hungry wearing him like a suit. Imagine Raven from the Teen Titans figuring it out. She feels the demon inside him. Grodd has to face the fact that his whole life has been a lie. Who is he without the parasite? I'd read 12 issues of that in a heartbeat. Everyone talks about the Flash fights, the racing, the time travel, whatever. But my favorite Grodd fight isn't against the Flash, it's against Salivar. In the Gorilla City Wars, Grodd comes back with an army of mind-controlled humans. Salivar meets him at the gates. No powers, just two massive gorillas staring each other down. Salivar tells him, "You could have been great. You chose to be afraid instead." And Grodd just loses it. Not because Salivar is stronger, but because he's right. Deep down, Grodd is terrified of being ordinary, just another ape. The fight is brutal. Ripping, clawing, screaming, no tricks, just pure rage. That's the peak Grodd story. Does he have a best friend? Nope, not really. Grodd can't have friends because he has to be in control. It's always a hierarchy. He's the boss, you're the dirt. There was a weird moment in Iron Heights with a guy named Fallout, a walking nuclear reactor. Fallout wasn't scared of him, and Grodd actually found that interesting for like 5 seconds. I wish they'd explored that. What happens when Grodd meets someone he can't break? And love? Forget about it. Love needs vulnerability, and Grodd doesn't do vulnerable. He tried to steal Salivar's wife, Boca, using mind control. That's not romance, that's just theft. I honestly think he's asexual, not because he can't feel it, but because he doesn't think anyone is worthy of him.
Here's a deep cut people forget. Flash number 214. Grodd actually beats the Flash. He puts him in a simulation where Barry lives a normal, happy life, and Grodd just watches like a scientist. He's trying to figure out why humans fight so hard. It's creepy because he's almost gentle about it. He's disappointed when Barry breaks free, not because he lost, but because the experiment is over. That's the Grodd I want to see more of, the observer. Also, give Grodd a symbiote. I'm serious. Like Venom, but for a telepathic gorilla. 2 voices in his head now. What happens when the symbiote realizes Grodd is actually darker than it is? Imagine the symbiote leaving him because it's scared. That is the story. Last thing, I know he's a villain, I know he has to lose, but I wish he'd just win once, really win. Take over Central City for a year. Let us see ape over man. Would it make him more dangerous or just sadder? Because once you're on the throne, you realize it's empty, and then the voice in your head starts whispering again. Anyway, that's my take on the big guy. Is Grodd overdue for a massive win? And would you read that symbiote story? Drop your take in the comments. I'm reading every single one.